President Biden made the announcement today, also a stimulus update as we now have more information. Let's get right into it. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so. So I can keep you updated each and every day, and let's get right into the update. Alright, so let's quickly talk about what President Biden announced today, and then of course I will talk about some more stimulus information as we do have some new updates and some more information to share with you right here in this video. Alright, so as I announced yesterday evening, President Biden was scheduled to come down today and announce his 2023 fiscal year federal budget. Well, in that video yesterday, I said that this probably going to be anywhere between about 1.5 and 2 trillion dollars. Here's what it came down to: is out of that 5.8 trillion dollars, about 4.3 trillion dollars of that money is actually just federal spending, or spending that's going to be happening anyway from many programs, including Social Security benefits, Medicare, all of these things like this, so that it encompasses the vast majority of that bill. However, there is $1.598 trillion of what they call discretionary spending. In other words, basically spending that is not necessarily required, but rather it is just kind of like a wish list, I guess you could call it. So there is still 1.598, so just under $1.6 trillion of discretionary spending. Some people may refer to this as like fun money. You know, some people say like they have discretionary money or discretionary income, and they call it fun money. Well, you could kind of call this nearly $1.6 trillion. Kind of essentially the same thing. Now there's a lot of different programs in here. There's a lot of different things within this list that the president wants to focus on with the extra $1.6 trillion. That's the money that we really need to focus on, because realistically the other $4.3 trillion or thereabout is pretty much already spoken for with other federal spending or other programs, things like that. So we can't really focus on that. We need to focus on the nearly $1.6 trillion, because that's where things could be coming in for the American people. So out of this nearly $1.6 trillion, there's $813 billion for defense spending, and then there's the other $760+ billion that's in there for other programs, including the establishment of new social programs. That's the line that we want to watch very closely. New social programs, in other words, mean maybe some kind of extra benefits, maybe some kind of extra checks, maybe a new social programs. That's exactly what social programs are, essentially helping out those people who are lonely income, who are fixed income, who are essentially around the poverty line, maybe 150% of the poverty line, maybe 200% of your income is the poverty line, things like this. Like I said, I'm not really sure what they're actually focused on as far as what they're planning on doing with that extra, say $760 some billion, but they did indicate that they want to have that extra money in there for social programs. That's a good thing. So again, as a big amount of money there, so almost $800 billion. So remember, to get a $2,000 stimulus check for 50 million people would only cost $100 billion. Also, let me quickly give you an update on stimulus. I just came across a new report today that is saying that there is likely going to be a massive spike in poverty in the United States. Why? The main reason is for actually 3 main points here. As we just talked about the other day, over 48 million people are currently living in poverty in the United States right now. At the same time, they also reported that nearly 12 million people have fallen back into poverty just in the last 12 months. Alright, so main reason number one is the lack of stimulus checks. The last stimulus check that we received was a year ago, back in March and April of 2021. Well, as a result of that, millions of people have fallen behind on many bills, utility bills, rent payments, mortgage payments, and all kinds of other bills. So the simple fact that millions and millions of people have fallen behind so significantly here over the last year, and yet again, the last stimulus check was too little, too late, and realistically at this point, it's definitely too late now. But who knows if they were to actually do something. But the deal is, it's certainly way too late as of now. So anyway, that is the reason number one. They're simply saying another stimulus check or multiple stimulus checks is very much needed right now to help out all the people who have really gotten far behind here over the last year, 2 years or so. And we really got to help all these people out getting ahead of everything going on right now. Reason number two is inflation. Yes, I know we've talked about inflation a lot lately, but realistically, it is a thing that is impacting literally every single person. So I know that it's impacting me, and I'm guessing it's impacting you because I see your comments down below. But the deal is inflation is at 40 years high right now. And what they're saying is these reports is that Congress is doing absolutely nothing about all this inflation. This is the fact of the matter, regardless of who is in control. The fact is we're dealing with massive inflation right now, and something certainly needs to be done about it. Well, that's basically the reason number two that they were setting in this report is that inflation is ragging, and they're doing nothing about it. Therefore, it continues to dig away at our purchasing power of the little bit of that money that we have, whether it's from an income, a fixed income benefit like Social Security or SSDI, retirement survivors, SSI or VA, low income doesn't really matter. Also, reason number three is, and again, I know this does not impact a lot of you out there, but I do know that it does impact millions of people out in the country, which is the stopping or the longer distribution of the child tax credit payments. So there were a lot of people who are actually waiting for these payments to be resuming here, and even the administration and the press secretary, Jan Stuckey, said multiple months ago that we could be seeing a double payment in the month of February. Well, guess what? February came and went, and there was no double payment. Therefore, they're still once again done absolutely nothing when it comes to resuming these monthly checks. Also, there was talk about potentially instituting an adult tax credit and possibly even giving the option to a monthly check. Well, have you seen it? No, we haven't seen anything yet. So anyway, these are some of the main reasons that were laid out in this report. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now, and realistically, Congress needs to, they need to do something seriously. There is some big issue on hands right now, and they certainly need to get something done here because there's a lot of people that are really struggling, and ultimately if they don't do something and do it quick, a lot more people are going to be struggling relatively soon here, and they got to get something done. So anyway, these are the updates that I have for you as of right now as it pertains to stimulus, as latest report here, as well as what President unveiled earlier today in that report for the 2023 fiscal year federal budget. Anyway, as I do get more information on any of this, of course, I'll be right back here for you, breaking it all down to help you out in any way that I possibly can. Please enjoy your day, subscribe down below, share this video with your friends, family, social media. Thanks again for your support, and I will catch you later in the next video.